I bought somebody's old, beat up, used cover for a Cessna 150. I got it before I went out to Colorado. It was in decent shape most of the way around. However, as you can see here, the windshield was rather aged and sun damaged. And after I had gotten it home to the airport, it was out in the wind and it tore a pretty big rip in it. So I knew I needed to repair it. I went to a fabric store. I got a couple of yards of high grade tent material, UV protected. And so here, with the cover still on the airplane, here I am pinning that cloth to the edges of the cover while it's on the airplane to help preserve its shape. Here I'm transferring that shape to a flat board. I think I'll start by pinning it in this corner, in the bottom corners, and then stretching it up. Just using a box of push pins into the wood. The shape of the existing aircraft cover now becomes the pattern. The first thing I'm setting up here is a couple of big seams that go from the bottom corners to the top corners. Hi. Hi there. I'm about to attempt the first serious sewing I've done in a couple of decades. So with the fabric pinned to the cover, I then drew around the edges very carefully to mark blue lines here where I'm drawing where I need to cut. Bruce the cat supervising. And now beginning the cutting out. Edges cut and ready to sew. Sewing seams around all the edges. The rear edge of the pilot door facing the tail. This is the windshield section, bottom of the windshield. Top of the windshield. Passenger's window, right side of the body. Here's the rear window. Left side of the body. The back of the pilot's door. Hello, Thrice. It's got bungees in these sort of big seam conduits, which come out here. At some point, I may replace those. Here's the patch. Here's where it joins to the colored patch. This bit that goes around the leading edge of the wing, I made these two straps. So these rigid rods get joined to the rigid rods at the top of the windshield on the main cover by cable ties. Most of the way around will be just sewn directly to the seams. The next task is to swap out untreated wooden dowel with CPVC. Bryce, you are blocking my camera shot. YouTube is getting a full lens of cat rear end. It just fits. That was completely accidental. The patch is now done. So the PVC pieces are in. Put the cover on the airplane. Pin those straps around the leading edges very tightly. And get the edges and corners pinned so that the resulting shape is nice and tight on the airplane. Hand stitching some of the top border down. Machine stitching down the side borders and around the seams at the very bottom. Months later, I am making patches to cover up the old tail number. I'm really glad I did this. Sometimes you learn a lot about something if you spend the time to sort of take it apart, repair it, and put it back together rather than just buying a new one. Here, Arthur and Thrice are helping me pack the cover up to take it to the airplane. Now that it's all ready, hopefully I'll be able to deploy it at Sun and Fun or Oshkosh in 2024. It took me a few minutes here to figure out how to properly get it packed in the bag. Try to repair things if you can, and never stop figuring stuff out.